everybody. I hope you all are having a terrific day. This video, hopefully, I don't make people sick because I'm going to be moving my camera and I'll show you why. In a previous video, actually it's been a couple, I stated that I couldn't remember why I purchased some Christmas fabric. And so I was sitting here finishing up a quilt, and I'll show you the quilts. They're pretty, they're nice. I like them. It's for my oldest daughter and her youngest daughter, my youngest granddaughter. Anyway, I was sitting here going, I know what those were for, because of the way the fabric is designed. It was designed so I could cut pieces out of them, and so I could make cards. And here's one of the cards I did. Here's one of them. Yes, I individually cut those pieces out of those cards. That was in the card, or in the fabric itself. Give me a minute and I'll show you the fabrics. This was one of the fabrics, and that is the reason I purchased it. I didn't, this fabric has, let me show you. See, it's got all those little things in it. And yes, I did cut a little cup out, but I didn't use it. Here's a little cup. Here's the little cup. I did cut that little cup out of this fabric. See, there's the cup. I don't want to lose my cup. But see, there's a cup with those flags next to it, or little streamer things. See, there's the cups. And yes, I did individually cut those little flags out. And here's the little flags. These little flag pieces. Yes, I did cut them out of that fabric. And this one card, this is what it looks like. It's a quilted card. And when I make these cards, I make the front cover a little bit wider because I don't want the white showing. When you're looking at the card, I don't want that white showing. But it's just a regular card. There's nothing fancy about these cards. These cards you can get at Walmart. They come in a pack. I think right now they have the double pack, but these are 5x7 cards. So, and they come with an envelope. They're just the blank cards, and you can get them. I don't know about any other stores, but it seemed that Walmart was less expensive. But it's just the regular blank cards, and where you find them is in the section of the store that sells, like, what is in that section? It's like the party supply stuff. It's like, it's not where the stationery is. They sell like, the Mylar balloons, or down that aisle it's not where the regular cards are, but it's in like the area where, like I said, that you can sell Mylar balloons, or those things you fill with candy. My brain just went blank. Sorry. Fabric brain. You fill them with candy, the big things, and then you hit them with a stick. Little kids do them usually, or adults, whomever. But that's where you find those packs, and they're usually just hanging up. But that's what these are. They're just single. And all I did was, this background is fabric. I put him way up there. But this red is actual fabric. And I got a green one just like it. But it's there. And then, like I said, off of here, I fussy cut that word joy. I mean, I could have cut each individual letter out, but I liked it better around here. And then I chose I don't know, it's a funny one of the funny stitches on my sewing machine, and I went around. These are not glued down. They're, if someone's cut the stitches, those things would all fall off. And then I just actually made this background piece bigger than the card, and then I folded the sides in on itself so that I didn't have raw edges. And yes, there's a piece of fleece in here to make it a little thicker. And then I just took and put my machine on zigzag. I zigzagged here, down this side, across the bottom, and then I put a single stitch on the inside of the card. And that's what it looks like. But that's what I bought it for, and I'm like, how could I not forget, how could I not remember that? But that's what I was doing for a little bit. These don't take, they're fairly, you know, they don't take very long to do, and you don't even have to sew these. You could have used heat and bond and stuck it on there, and it would have been fine, because this is not something you're going to wash. Well, I guess if someone wants to, there's not going to be no paper left, but if you wanted to wash it, more power to you. I just sewed it because I don't want these coming up. The edges of these are not sewn in, so it's got the raw edges are not really going to show because of the design I chose. See, it just I don't even know what that particular stitch is called. It's just it's the stitch I prefer on there, but it looks really cool. Yes, that is a really tiny bow. It's not a very big bow right there, but I cut it out of, and it's this bow right here. Let me see if I can find one. That bow, which one is that? This one. It's this bow right here that I cut out of that fabric. It's that bow. I cut it out. It's actually it's attached to this sock. Well, where's that sock? There it is. It's hard on the camera. It's attached to that sock, and I just cut it out. And same with the cup and those little flags. The house made it, you know, that little, it just makes a cool little card. Gives a little bit of personality attachment to it. But that's the card. Now, this is a part that I hope I don't make you dizzy, because I do got to move my camera. I sent a picture out of the purple quilt I did. And then I discovered one of the blocks was turned sideways. And yes, I could have left it. The recipient probably wouldn't have paid much attention because it looked fine in the design. To me, it stuck out like a sore thumb. But I did take it apart right there in the center. And it was completed. Quilted, the binding was on, and the flange binding, the borders, everything was on the quilt. Completely done. And I took the borders off of it, off the entire quilt, not just a section. And I took the flange binding off very carefully, and take that section, and I just turned that block. Now I'm going to stand up. Hopefully I don't fall over. Cross your fingers, everybody. I'm trying not to fall over, but let me move my little cup. I wonder if you could drink coffee out of it. Hey, it's stiff. That would be my size coffee. It wouldn't be other people's coffee because they have super giant cups. But check it out. That's kind of cute. Let me put him over here with these other fussy cut pieces. But again, I'm going to try to stand up, and hopefully I don't fall, because that would be terrible, because then I'd have to start this video over again. But I'm going to pause the video for a second and grab a hold of this purple quilt back here. Okay, hopefully, Come on, camera, adjust. Come on. Sorry, guys. There goes my camera. This is the purple quilt. This is the purple one. And it's not, you can't tell which one. Oh, please tell me it's not backwards still. I hope not, because I'm not taking it apart if it is. This is that purple quilt. And what I had done when I noticed it was where you see the center, this center piece. Oh, this thing is, oh, this is such a nice quilt. You see that center piece, how the pieces go around it? I'd turn one sideways. And this is a piece I had to take off. This one right here. It was actually turned sideways. And I had to take it off. I still got to de-string some of it. Because there's strings still on it. But that's okay. But this is what that quilt looks like. And this is hard for me to hold this. But you've seen the top. Now I'm going to see if I can get a hold of this without falling over. Come on. You could do this, Rita. You could do this. You could stand here. Yeah, I'm going to talk to myself. What can I say? I'm going to just fold it in half. There. This is what the bottom looks like. And then I just put a light purple. This stuff is called, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's real soft. It's not like sheet. It's really super soft, and that's what I put on the back. It's a light purple color. See? And no, I don't have a long arm. These are all hand quilted, or not hand quilted, but I use my machine to quilt them. And so let me see if I can not fall over. And sorry about the shaking, guys. I don't stand so well. But let me fold this up here. Yeah, see there, kid. You could see your quilt, kind of, sort of. She's seen pictures of it, but it's as we all know. Oh man, there's strings. I gotta de-string this thing. And how I usually de-string it, anything that seems loose, I just stick of course, I wash it. But let me put this in this chair for a second. And then I'm making a second one with that same design for my youngest granddaughter, which is her daughter. But hers is in a blue. And this is what. Now, this isn't the whole thing. This is only part of it. This is the center. I was determined not to put that, but this is what the blue one looks like. This is just the center. This side's pinned. This side over here is pinned. But I just wanted to show you. This is what it looks like. Same design, but in blue. And again, I got one more row on this side. On this side here, I got one more row down. But I decided to do, instead of doing rows like I did the other one, I worked from the center out. I was not going to get those on backwards because it's real easy to do. But let me push this so you can see. But this is what it looks like in blue. Rather pretty. But let me go a little closer. The center, there's 5, where's that? There's 5 of these, and they have, there's 2 different types of flowers I put in there. And then there are 12 stars. And this is the fabric I put on the center of the stars. And yes, these are 12-inch blocks that are going in here. So they're quite large. But this is what it looks like in blue. Looks pretty good. Not too shabby. But let me pause the camera again, and I'll put this up before I fall. Okay, sorry about that. I had to, I'm gonna fall. that's hard for me to stand there that long for. um, but I don't. My other half, he went to bed, so I couldn't have him holding him up. Um, but that's what the two quilts look like. They're not too bad. Um, before I ship them off, that sounds really bad. Before I send them off, I will try and see if I can't go to the other part of the house and attach them to the wall so I can get an actual full-size picture. And I always do that. I always like try and get pictures of all the quilts I've done. Then I have a picture of it. But that's what I am doing now. And now I should have 9. I have all for the blue ones, this blue quilt, I have all the blocks done. I just have to sew them together. And then, of course, I have to, do the sandwich thing out of them, that's no big deal. And then I'll put the binding, or the border, which is the 2 borders, and then I'll put the flange binding on it again, just like I did. I like the flange binding. It just gives it, I don't know. I just like the flange binding. It's not really any more work because you're still binding it, but it's just a different way of doing it, and I think it gives a unique look to the final binding because it gives that welting, little piece of welting without using the welting. But that's what I've been up to. I've been watching all the creators doing Christmas, 12 days of Christmas or something that it's doing, and it's hard to keep up on everybody. It's like, okay, I watched you, now I'm gonna go watch you, and it's like, because everybody's appearing all live at the same time, and it's like, okay, I'll watch some of you, some of you, some of you, some of you. And then it's like, I can't keep up, and then I'm sitting here, my eyes are trying to adjust to like reading the chat, and then it'll suddenly go bling up the screen. I'm like, well, that's not gonna happen. But there's so many, like I said, I can't keep up. Everybody's got such beautiful designs and quilts you're doing. And then I'm excited about Saturday. Saturday is what you call Happy Mail for Me Day. There's stuff coming, and I am so excited to see what is in the boxes. One of them I pretty much kind of know. The other one, I know what's in it, but not what the items are. And it's, I'm just so excited. You get mail, and it is exciting, especially when you know there's some goodies in it. We all do the same thing. It's one of those things. It's just lovely. Happy mail, as we all say. But on that note, I really hope everybody, in spite of how hard it might be, and I know how hard the holidays are, it can be really hard. If my daughter's watching this, please take care of yourself. She got kind of hurt in an elevator. She's like a nurse, trauma nurse type. She works in a hospital, and she was going down an elevator, and the elevator fell like 2 feet from the bottom, and it jarred one of her discs in her back. So she's on PT, and they've got her on hold until she gets cleared. But she knows what she can do. I'm hoping, because she always has the nursing side in the hospital, and she's one of the nurses that worked through our lovely pandemic thing and in the hospitals, and she likes the trauma nursing stuff. And I'm like, holding people's, well, basically holding their heart in her hands and holding things in place, and I'm like, this is not me. No, 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 no. But she enjoys it. Um, it's like, you know, some nurses are like that. It's just what they enjoy. It is their livelihood, and she seems to enjoy it. She's not doing that right now. She's being a driver. she's she's silly, but she's just waiting till she can get cleared. Um, and it's just what she wants to do. She's got a short amount of time of her classes that she's got to finish her nursing, but I think she said she's like a CNA 2 now. But she's done trauma. She's done the trauma and doing CPR and that kind of thing, and it's hard on the body. And that I do. It's hard on the body when you have to do like CPR because it's stressful on the spine. So hopefully she can get better and take care of herself. Yeah, right. I have room to talk on that one. No, I don't. So on that note, everybody, please, please find your happy place. Whether it's petting fabric, as Tammy says, and a lot of people, there's other people say, or it's just finding what makes things in your life just come to like that. And you know, things can be hard, especially this time of year, but just try to find something, and it doesn't matter what it is, just try to find something that brings you so where you could breathe. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be a craft project. It could be anything. Reading a book, watching a movie, sitting there staring at the walls. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Find that special place that is only you, and just enjoy it. And on that note, again, thank you everybody for watching my videos. I appreciate it, and I will talk to or see everybody later. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.